But we are now going to try our very best and hopefully, looking up to the heavens, this works. We have Doug, Censor, Martin on the line. Doug, can you hear us? Censor, can you hear us?
Yes.
Yeah!
Yes!
Welcome along.
This is so exciting.
He's got his New York shirt on as well. How are you doing, Doug?
Subliners.
Welcome.
Man. Thank you, guys.
How are you feeling about today? Obviously, Modern Warfare release day tonight, UK time, 12. We've got lucky enough to get a little bit early. You excited? You ready for the grind?
It's ready, man. This is the day, a lot of players, not me because I didn't play last year, but a lot of players wait for this throughout the offseason. They get bored and they get complacent and they just want to get back on the game and go. So, this is the day for all the competitors and for all the people who aspire to be pros and even casual fans too. It's a good day, man. It's a good day for the community. It's also a beautiful day out today too. So
I mean, I wish we could say the same, but we're in the studio in London and it's currently raining outside. So you enjoy the weather outside. We'll kind of suck up the bad weather here in London. But you played a lot of the beta, I'd imagine. What are you most looking forward to getting your hands on in the new game?
I want to see camos and I want to see maps. Like every single year, that's the number one and number two things I want to see. I want to see how good the maps are going to be. And I want to see how good the camos are going to be because I want something to grind in pubs while I'm bored, because like you're going to play with your team. But a lot of the times when the game comes out, like I personally like to play all day long and just, play 24/7. And sometimes you can't play competitive games. So I want to be able to just hop into a bunch of pubs, rank up my character, get guns, get camos, and just really like learn the maps too. And I hope that they're fun maps too.
I heard earlier today that each gun has over 100 camos.
What? Wow.
That's a lot of grinding for you.
That's a lot. Yeah, there's the grind for you.
Yeah. That should be good then. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, most importantly, the maps. I feel like it doesn't get enough attention. I think maps are everything in Call of Duty, and I feel like we haven't had great maps in a long time. So I hope that with the old guys coming back from COD 4 making these maps, that we're going to have a good time this year.
Well, hopefully so. Have you guys got any questions?
Yeah, I was going to just ask, like, compared to other Call of Duty release dates, where does Modern Warfare like stack up to the past iterations?
In terms of
like, how excited are you for the game that you're about to play compared to the other releases that were like that were before this?
I mean, I haven't played competitive since World War II. I didn't play competitive in Black Ops 4. Advanced Warfare was the last like full-time game I played competitive as well. So just going back to all of those, I'd say it's about equal. Every single year is the same for me. I know the grind that goes into it, and I know how much work you have to put in with the team and how much work it's going to be. So I'm really just looking forward to getting to work, honestly.
So we should talk about the work because obviously I mentioned previously, you got the shirt on there, you're repping your boys. How good does it feel to be back on a roster and, have that grind ahead of you?
It feels amazing. I've waited 5 years for this, man. I mean, since Advanced Warfare, I won the finals with FaZe. I got kicked off the team the same night, and I haven't been able to play since. I got to play in World War II, but I had to spend $40,000 out of my own pocket, funding a team, playing with scrap players. It wasn't a fun situation to be in, but it's what I wanted because I want to be a competitor. So now I'm in a great situation with a great team, great people, and I don't have to pay $40,000.
That's always a good thing.
That's always
right?
a bonus.
Yeah.
I love not.
I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid to play on the team now, so it's good.
We can all agree
it's
we
good.
don't. Like you were saying, Paddy, you don't enjoy it. We're all good with not spending $40,000.
You'd rather not, honestly. You'd rather not. Like coming back like into competitive, like during this time where Call of Duty's franchising, like how crazy is that for you to like come into this system of just like it's all new for everybody, and this is your first season back in like for ages?
It's very important to me. When I heard that I was going to be franchising, and even in Black Ops 4, I was planning on playing since day one, and I lost my roster spot because Fellow got dropped from me United, and the team that I put together with EG replaced me with him. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to finish things up in my house and get my mind right because I know franchising is coming, and I'm ready and I'm prepared for franchising. So I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, and I knew that this was going to be a really important step for Call of Duty, for you guys, for me, for the fans, for the league. This is a very important moment. There's going to be a lot of money invested into this, and I just want to be a part of it from day one.
So let's talk about your roster very quickly because for some of the people who don't know, talk us through the roster and how do you feel, when it all came together? How do you feel about the roster? How do you feel about your chances this year?
Well, I think the roster is amazing. This is definitely the best team I've ever been a part of in my entire career. You have top to bottom, Zuma, attach, accuracy, temp, 0.
Scary, man. It's a scary roster. It's a scary roster.
Yeah, everyone's talking and saying how they're going to be a great team, and you got Dallas and they got a lot of potential, and I'm honestly like I believe it. I think all these teams are going to show up and they're going to be really good, and there's 12, so there's going to be 12 quality teams. Even if there's a team that people consider to be like the worst one, that worst team could beat the best team on any day because Call of Duty is a very day-to-day game. So I think the thing that you need to have on a team is maturity, responsibility, being on time to practice, putting in quality hours with your team, having faith in your teammates, believing in your teammates, trusting in your teammates. And I think all 5 of these guys have a lot of different things that they bring to a team in general. Accuracy and Zoomer bring a lot of leadership, Attach as well. Zero, all these guys have been around forever. You have Donnie, who's the youngest guy on the team, and he's got a lot of potential. He's the best player who hasn't won in a major in his entire career yet. So there's a lot of potential on the team, and I think these guys know what it takes to win. I think these guys have done it before. I think these guys are great under pressure, and I think these guys have amazing work ethics. And these are the types of people that I want to be around.
I think one thing as well, go on.
I just wanted to throw 2 quick questions in there. Which team do you think, outside of the New York team so far, what do you think is going to be the best team, or the team you think is the scariest so far that's been announced in the CDL? And then a question more tailored towards the game itself. Which player do you think is going to be potentially one of the best players in Modern Warfare?
Simp. The first one that comes to my head is Simp. He had a great year in Black Ops 4. The movement's going to be completely different. I think there's going to be a lot of players. Like, for example, I think Apathy is going to be a lot better than what he's been in the last few years. I think Aches, he can't really get much worse than Black Ops 4, but I think Aches is actually going to go back to being a top player again because this type of a game suits him. It suits me as well. Karma is also going to be really good on this game. Octane is going to be good every single year. He's a great player. Every single time a new Call of Duty drops, Gunless as well. I think most of the top players will be the same. I think there will always be new players that come in, just like last year. You have a bunch of new players that come in every single year that just take the scene by storm. So there's going to be a lot of new players that get opportunities too. I know there's some players that weren't playing in the league or like bottom tier who are now starters. So they're going to get an opportunity. There's going to be players that go from path to pro that are going to be top pros. There's going to be substitute players that will be top pros. It's really going to be a fun year, and I'm very excited to see how everything is going to play out. There's still a lot of things that haven't been announced with the league too. So I'm just really excited to take it day by day and to see how the process turns out. And in terms of the rosters that have been announced, I think so far it's just New York, Empire, Minnesota. And am I missing anything, or is there another roster that's been announced so far?
I think
Seattle.
Seattle, yeah, has been.
Ravens has been.
London Ravens. Yeah, London Ravens has been announced. Paris as well.
Paris has been announced too. Who's on Paris?
That is
Dens.
Zach. That's Dens and Zach from the Reciprocity lineup with a couple of the French guys.
I think there's a couple of the French guys on there. I'm not sure if it's at the full roster they've released yet. We'll have to double check on that.
Yeah, only one French.
There's only one French player on it, yeah.
Player.
But my final question.
Sorry,
sorry, Doug. My final question for you is: there's something special about this year, isn't there, as far as Call of Duty is concerned? Like every year, we have this excitement for a new game and the new season ahead. But this is just, to me anyway, from the outside looking in, it feels different with franchising, right? Because everyone has this chance to make history, but to be the first team, to be a franchise, to win something. Is that view kind of being shared with a lot of the pros at the moment? Is there just something different about this year of Call of Duty in particular that's making it extra special?
I think the biggest difference is the amount of money that's being poured into the scene. It's actually a professional league now. It's not like the past, even though the past had great teams and respected organizations. Now it's like, this is an official title slammed onto you. You're a professional. You're getting paid like a professional. You're going to be traveling, competing in a league just like any other professional league is. And it's very structured. Although in the past, MLG did a great job, and I have nothing but great things to say about them. And playing in the league, they did a great job with everything that was handed to them. But now there's a lot of money being poured into the scene, which means that everything is going to be held to a higher standard. Work ethic and practice and holding yourself accountable. Those are things that are going to be very important. And a lot of guys will have to grow up and mature and realize that it's a team. We're all here and we're all trying to do one thing together. And I think the teams that get that and the teams that really put in that effort, because everyone's going to play the game. You can't, I'm going to grind. Everyone's going to be grinding.
Yeah.
Everyone will be playing. It's going to come down to showing up in the right moment and just being a really good team player. And I'm just excited. I can't wait.
Amazing stuff. Well, Doug, thank you so much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had Censor on, our first COD Pro. Best of luck this season, of course. We'll be rooting for you the whole time, Doug. Best of luck, mate.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Doug.
guys.
See you later,
Appreciate it, man.
See you guys.
Amazing stuff, gentlemen. And
We're a legitimate COD stream now.
We are
We've
legit.
got-
We've
we're
done
really
it.
legit.
Censor
done
made
it.
us.
We've made it.
Censor made it, yeah.